Hi, the Lloyd Machedo speaking to you from LloydMachedo.com. Who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, today's video is going to be rather very long. So once again, like I tell you, if you want to see which are the topics, check the description below. You'll get each and every time slot, which I painfully make sure that I give you the starting time of each topic. There's also options from YouTube where you can watch the video later, or you can speed up the video. You don't need to watch the whole thing right now. And like I said, these videos take a lot of time, a lot of research, a lot of effort. So you want to support, either you can send me information, because whatever information I share with you is sent by people from the Middle East. And at the same time, you can share and like with others. So what do I have for today's session? I have news from Sri Lanka, United States, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Russia, how that's all affecting the Middle East. Then plenty of stuff about UAE itself. That itself is big, massive. And then I have about the job market. And last but not the least will be slightly controversial news. And that is something really crazy. Anyway, I just thought I would just give thanks that I received from 3 clients. It was nice of them to write. First one is We're Wrong 84 says, Loy was fast learning and understanding about me, hence giving me truthful advice and guidance. If you're ready to take it straightforward, cold, hard truth and stand out from your competitors, engage Loy. Thank you very much. Another one is Melody Westerfee said, Loy is awesome. Gave me some great tips and information. I'm motivated to do great things. I don't know how far am I motivating. I'm rather very harsh sometimes. Okay. And finally, it's Condos. Say, I've been lost for a long time, needed an energetic kick to both my ass and soul in order to adjust my perspective and move forward. Loy is positively brilliant and instrumental at doing just that with his expertise. While I know I have a long and challenging road ahead, I believe his unique, accurate, and highly attuned analysis will provide an excellent starting block. My advice to prospective buyers or anyone curious, while Loy still offers his service, get it while you can. His value is worth 100 times more than what you pay for. Please, I don't mind being paid 100 times more. I'm very happy. Anyway, so let's quickly move on. Thank you very much to my clients who send me these wonderful pieces of good stuff. Okay, let's move on to bits and pieces of job market. Apart from these 3 good news, I don't have any other good news to share. But in today's video, I will be sharing a lot of other interesting tidbits. And I've put 3 other videos whose links I'll be putting below. Please check them. The video titles are, one is 20 reasons why the UAE market will bounce back. The link is down below. Second one is 9 reasons why the UAE job market is changing. Okay, so positive and negative, that you'll have to figure out. And third one is 13 things that no one can predict about UAE. The updates and the links are down below in the description. Check it out later. Okay, like I said, don't check everything in one day. Too much of information. Okay. So first one is Sri Lanka bans the niqab. Niqab is the cover, you know, where most of the women look like ninjas, where they cover this and, you know, they just go with their eyes. Okay, it's like black. Now, in as much as I find it looks funny when you look like a garbage bag, I don't understand why Sri Lanka has to ban the niqab, because the bombers, the terrorists who bombed these churches, they didn't wear a niqab. They didn't wear an abaya. They didn't wear anything. They didn't cover themselves. So why are you banning this? What sense does it make? The bombers were they showed their face. They showed who they were. They were captured on CCTV. So I don't seem to understand what is the point of banning. If in case, let's say, the bombers were covered fully, then I can understand, but they were not. So I find this very unnecessary. Like I said, if you think differently, please put it in the comment section below. I never censor your comments. The other thing that really baffles me, and it baffles everyone, is Washington Post says that the Sri Lankan terrorists were from well-to-do families. This is Sri Lankan spice tycoon sons and daughters-in-law were suicide bombers. I don't know, I just feel there is a big political twist over here, because number one is, why would rich people do that? That's the first thing. The second one is, if they had to do that, why not do it in secrecy? Why show your face when you know CCTVs are looking at you? Why didn't you cover? So I just feel there is more than meets the eye. There's a lot of stuff we don't know. So anyway, like I said, please let me know your thoughts. And, you know, this attack on religion, an attack where innocent religious people are, it's not just Sri Lanka. It's not just Christians. Here in the United States, you have a possible link between California synagogue, which a shooting took place, which once again is terrible. And they're saying it's related to mosque shooting. And then you have another Washington Post says that the driver was targeting Muslims. Now, what I find absolutely stupid is, okay, you know, from Christchurch, this guy went to a mosque and killed innocent Muslims. To take the revenge, they are saying Muslims now will kill Christians. Now Christians will kill someone else. I mean, what the hell is going on, guys? What is all this? I mean, religion is supposed to be a path towards spirituality. Religion is supposed to be you being a good person and doing good for others. From when did this religious thing become, oh, you are team A, you're team B, I'm team C, so I'm going to kick your ass and I'm going to kick your ass. Oh, and if you don't want me to kick your ass, join my team. Then I'll not kick your ass. What is this nonsense? It's poor, innocent people who are in the crossfires. I don't understand the point of religion. I don't understand the point of all this violence. I don't understand what the hell is going on. It's like instead of us human beings becoming better as human beings with time, we are becoming worse. In fact, New York, NYC, in Associated Press, has named 120 priests accused of sexual abuse. Celibacy is a thing of the past. In today's day and age, with Instagram, YouTube, porn, internet connection, if a man or woman doesn't satisfy themselves sexually, he's going to get frustrated. He's going to, anything that has a hole, he's going to grab that and want to do something. Because how long can you live in a world of fantasy? Fine. If you're living in a village where you don't interact with anyone, you don't have TV, don't have internet, don't have nothing, fine. There also, we have people who have sex with goats, horses, cows. I think celibacy should be done away with. It's not normal. So at least if you have a spouse or a partner or somebody who you can satisfy your sexual urges, or go to a whore, go to a prostitute, go to a sexual parlor, go to a massage parlor, you wouldn't abuse small children. You wouldn't abuse innocent people. You know, it's sick. I don't know. I just feel religion itself has so many of these rules which are not practical. And that is what is pushing people to go to the extreme end of this spectrum. It's like, free the nipple. I'm genderless. I'm transgender. I am going to bring up my children without them knowing whether they're a boy or girl. They're going to be sexless children. They're going to be genderless children. They're going to be children whom I will give them, you know, just imagine how retarded this sounds. I'm going to tell my children to choose if they want to be a boy or girl. So even if they have a penis, no, you'll choose, are you a boy? And then you get these videos that come out, oh, I was a man trapped in a woman's body, so I chopped off my breasts, I put a fake penis, I injected testosterone, and now I'm a man. Trans man, not man, sorry, trans man. Oh, I got pregnant. I'm a man. I'm a trans man and I'm pregnant. Oh, it's so fulfilling. Do you want to go through the journey of how it feels to be a trans man and have a baby? I just, you know, you're looking at these, you know, this mental illness, and now you're giving it a glamorous side. Oh, I'm a woman. I just got surgery. I got implants. I feel so fulfilled. I got my balls and my penis chopped off, and I got a fake plastic surgery done to have a fake vagina. Now I feel like a woman. Oh, wow, wow, whoa. I mean, what is preventing? Now you're getting people who are even There was this guy, I think, who calls himself, he's not human. He says he's not human. He's genderless. He has removed his sexual productive organs, male or female, both he has removed. He calls himself a genderless human being. And he's gone one step further and says, I'm an alien. I'm not human. I'm alien. I'm an alien, genderless, new species. Very soon we are going to have, I'm a goat. Ma, I'm a goat. Another guy will say, I'm a cow. Moo. I'm a cow. Moo. Third guy will say, I'm a pig. I'm a pig. And you know, in some of these videos, they have people who wish they were a pony or something. I saw this video where man and women like to be a pony or like to be a dog, and you know, they get this leash and they have to jump like a dog and jump like a pony, and that is considered normal. So we're living in a day and age where on one side you have religious extremism and religious fanaticism, and this is pushing people to go to the opposite end of the spectrum, where now they are, you know, I'm genderless, I'm trans, man, woman, it, whatever, and you have to call me with he, she, it, whatever pronoun. To be honest with you, I'm so glad I'm an atheist. I'm so glad, no religion, none of this. I'm happy in my room. Let me know what you think, because I find this all so crazy, you know. Anyway, coming to the jobs, it seems Qatar Airways is hiring very aggressively. I did get some links, but I was not able to verify. That's why I don't want to share it with you. But it seems Qatar Airways is hiring aggressively. And I did get a lot of emails from LinkedIn, lots of screenshots on job opportunities that are aggressively taking place in the Middle East. So, to my surprise, even in India. And that is coming on LinkedIn. So please do check LinkedIn out and see those job opportunities. However, it seems that unless your profile matches your resume, matches your references, they are not entertaining. And it's good salaries, but they are very strict about it. So don't just start spamming them or you'll be blocked. Qatar also seems, because they want to be on the better side of the global scale, you know, they have this World Cup 2022 happening. And because they have been blocked, so they want to show that they are better than other countries of the Middle East. So they are going to abolish the exit system or the kafala system. Kafala is like this slavery system that they have. If you enter Qatar, let's say, once you get a job, they will take your passport from you. And then obviously you'll work for them. Then if you want to leave, you need to take their permission to get your passport back. Imagine a passport which is an international document. You need to take permission to get your passport, which is illegal for them to keep. That's number one. The second thing is, if you want to leave the country also, you need to take their permission. If you want to resign from the job, you have to take their permission. And after you resign from the job, if you want to leave the country, let's say you resign from the job, you want to leave the country, bye-bye. You still have, you're under his mercy. He can say, no, you'll not leave the country. Fuck off. You'll not leave the country. I'm going to make your life miserable. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to make a court case. Or I'm just bored. I'll just not let you leave. And you cannot leave. This is the mentality of the Arabs in the Middle East. And that is why they're hated. It's like they're animals. You know, they believe in slavery. This is the kind of slavery that is there. And that is where Qatar wants to show, oh, we are now becoming modern. We are becoming tolerant like the UAE. We are very tolerant. So we're going to abolish the system. Yes. Clap hands. We are so kind. We are so loving. So this is what Qatar is doing. And UN says that, yes, if you do this, we will consider you as a good country. Well, that's another one. Then Kuwait issues a ban from 20 countries as per Khaleej Times. So it seems the Kuwaiti General Directorate of Residence Affairs has announced a ban on domestic countries. I was wondering, which are the countries? Like, would it be America? Would it be Sweden? Would it be France? Would it be Germany? No. The 20 countries which they are going to ban, guess what? Surprise! Kuwaitis are banning only African countries. Like Djibouti, or sorry, Sorry, I'm very bad at pronunciation. Kenya, Uganda, Nigeria, Senegal, Chad, Sierra Leone, Niger, Tanzania, Gambia, Ghana, Zimbabwe, Madagascar, Congo, Cameroon, Burundi, Eritrea, Liberia, Ethiopia, Burkina Faso, then Bhutan, Guinea, then Guinea-Bissau. Wow. So it's only African countries. No, nothing got to do with racism. Nothing got to do with racism. It's just that by coincidence, all the countries are African, but the whites are welcome. Whites, please. Germany, France, please. Even if you're not educated, please. But educated people from these countries, no. We don't want. Oh, of course, because you're from Africa. Oh, how can we have? This is not racism. This is just by coincidence that 20 countries from Africa. Okay? We don't have any racism. But we would love people from UK, from Sweden, from France, Germany. Oh, it's so white. Just coincidence. So that is great. Wonder, why do people, hate Arabs? I really wonder. It's a mystery, Then, coming to international players, you have Russia that is playing with gold to destroy the dollar. As for RT.com, it seems global markets are secretly fighting the US dollar. Why? Because Donald Trump is basically pissing off the entire world, everyone. They're just, I don't know. Donald Trump is a puppet anyway. All the presidents are puppets. They're following instructions from the wealthy, powerful people that put him there. So he's playing a role, and he's playing it like Ronald Reagan to Obama. All of them are playing a role. They have superpowers that tell them, do this, do that, say this, say that. Okay? So they pissed off the Russians, and what the Russians are doing is, oh, you're trying to finger us, we are going to finger you. So how did they finger US? They dumped all the US securities. So before, it seemed the central bank dumped 81 billion of US treasuries in April and May, which really affected the US dollar. So it rose from 22% in 2018 to 46%. So they just dumped it. And what happens is when you dump all this, you dump the dollar starts to lose power. And apart from that, if you thought that was bad enough, you have Iran, whom US is trying to really piss off. So what it says, Tehran is saying, Washington, you're making a bad mistake by politicizing oil. See, because what happens is, keep this in mind. This is just for your information. If in case you're wondering, what is oil or gold or how is that going to affect the countries? It's very simple. If the world stops buying the dollar and the dollar loses its value, overnight, and they buy gold, let's say they buy gold, overnight the prices of electronics, consumer items will fall, okay? And companies will go bankrupt. And that is, they'll have this black swan, which you need to read Nassim Taleb or just Google search on YouTube, what is a black swan? It's a rare event that takes place. Or they have even these terminologies like white rhino. I don't know why they have these animals. Black swan, white rhino, because they are not very common. And the Gulf countries and the oil-producing countries will be the biggest losers. So China, Russia, and Iran, very big countries, very powerful countries. The US is trying to show, we are powerful. We are the greatest. Sorry, nobody's buying your bullshit anymore. And apart from this, Newsweek said that Iran foreign minister says, this is what he says, Javed Zarif, alleges that National Security Advisor, Mr. John Bolton, who is a puppet, for whatever Trump says, and Trump is a puppet for whoever is powerful, Israel and Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. Can you believe? United Arab Emirates also, they are trying to push for a war with Iran. But like I told you before, Russia, China, and Iran are buddies. So you fuck around with one guy, you're going to get all three. And I doubt they're going to do anything because Iran controls that very critical point of the ships, ships moving. If they block that, what can you do? What, you're going to attack Iran? It's a bloody big country where even the women know how to fight. So US and Saudi fear, this is from RT.com, it says that United States and Saudi are afraid. Are afraid of what? Iran and Pakistan's cooperation, which seems to be going on pretty well. So now you have Pakistan who also says, yeah, I try to make friends with US. US is acting like a fucking asshole. It's blocking visas and making life miserable. So fuck you. I'm going to be friends with Iran. And see, I told you, those days are gone. Those days are gone where the United States was a dominant bully. Today, they've made too many fucking enemies, from Venezuela to Vietnam to Iraq, weapons of mass destruction bullshit. So the world has had enough, and that is why they're going to get fucked. Okay, this one is just a news that I just thought I'd give you, where UAE is also involved. Bloomberg, what it says that former Abraaj CEO was denied bail. Now, why was he denied bail? This is the part that really kicks my mind. It seems that Arif Naqvi, the founder of Abraaj Group, when he was asked to write down a phone number of someone that you knew, normally you write your brother, your sister, your uncle, your aunt. He wrote the phone number of the Pakistani president as his reference or someone like that. So that scared everyone. And they're like, oh, bloody hell, you have put the Pakistan president's private number here. So because they put the number, they said, I'm sorry, we are not going to let you get your bail. Maybe they'll have the bail at 10 million or 100 million or whatever later on. But why am I sharing this news with you? Why? Arif Naqvi represents UAE. I got so much of information of Arif Naqvi, where he was involved with the UAE government, with the projects that he did. I'm telling you, the UAE government was very strongly linked with Arif Naqvi in a lot of projects. So the very fact that the US has arrested him and refusing bail, this puts a lot of strain on UAE as well. So it's not a small news, it's a big news. But like I said, until it comes in the news, I'm not going to speak about it. I got a lot of inside information which I don't want to share. Okay. Apart from that, you have UAE that is very concerned. UAE is concerned about, it wants peace in the region, because if there is a war, like remember Gulf War in the 80s, people will leave. Because the reason people leave is nobody wants to be in a war-torn country. You bring your black money here, you convert it to white, you want it to be safe. But if there's a war, you're going to say, oh, bloody hell, my money might just get burnt off. The company I opened and just catch fire. The warehouse, will get destroyed. So UAE is very concerned about war in the region, especially Expo 2020 that's happening. And why is it concerned? Because Iraq gave a statement bitching about Bahrain and its leadership. And UAE is like, oh, whoa, Iraq, Bahrain, listen up, guys. Relax, chill, and UAE sent its delegation here and saying, guys, we need to love each other, kumbaya, otherwise, you're going to get fucked. Because if there's going to be a war, civil war or any kind of war in the region, it's going to fuck UAE big time with Expo 2020. Talking about getting fucked, this one is suspected UAE spy detained in Turkey commits suicide. A suspected UAE spy. Can you imagine UAE having a spy? Was detained in Turkey 10 days ago, was reported that he took his own life in prison. I don't know how far, whether he took his own life or whether his life was taken, just like Khashoggi, okay? According to the Turkish government, he was found dead in the prison. So, I don't know, I just feel he taking his own life, I don't know, that's me. Who the fuck gives a damn about what I think? Okay. 2 men were arrested earlier this month and they confessed on spying on for the Arab country. So UAE is being in the news for all the wrong reasons, and this puts a strain on UAE and Turkey, which is not good. Oh, by the way, if you're talking about peace, then this next news would be a massive surprise. You remember how Arab Muslim countries hate Israel. Israel is bad, they are making Palestinians suffer, Palestinians are our brothers and sisters. But UAE has decided to, forget Palestinian problem. We should be open-minded. So, no need to worry about Palestinian brother, Islam, Muslim, nothing. Welcome to Expo 2020. And guess what? Israel is taking part in Expo 2020. Whoa! That's biggie news. So it shows that UAE is a smart businessman. That's good. And it also, that surprised me, is Qatar and Israel are among the 192 countries that will take part in Expo 2020. UAE, that's it. You are the man. And this is good, actually, to be very honest. It's good because it shows that you're not making enmities with anyone. But there's always a big but. When you start making friends like this, the other extremists, Muslim extremists who don't like Israel, who keep bombing Israel, they put their bombers and suicide bombers, they're going to be very happy with UAE. So UAE is going to have new set of problems and challenges, which I'm pretty sure they would have their spies, like, Turkey and just Google this, UAE Israel Pegasus software. That's a spyware that they used on iPhones to spy on Qatar's Emir. So they're going to check all this information. But eventually, I wonder how much information can you keep checking? How many things can you keep controlling? So, but UAE will have its, work cut out for them. Talking about work cut out, Dubai Expo 2020 unveils the pavilion. Nice building. They're very good at building structures. Looks like a nice building. Okay, so it's futuristic. But the good news apart from that is their ticket, which looks very nice, is 120 dirhams a day. So that's very affordable. I would say, I don't think 120 dirhams is expensive. I think that's roughly $35 or $40. I will get the right amount. So it seems when you buy this ticket, you get access to 60 live shows. How in the world are you going to see 60 live shows? So obviously, if you buy the ticket, you'll see maybe 1 live show, 5 live shows, 10 live shows. If each show is 30 minutes, so if you only see live shows back to back to back, so 10 shows, 3 hours, you'll still not be able to complete. So obviously, you'll have to take more. So, okay, anyway, 60 live shows. Apart from that, you have future-shaping technologies, world-famous artists, parades, cutting-edge architecture. And it seems, now this is the big one, 5,000 licensed products and souvenirs and gifts from Camel soap. Out of all the soaps, Camel soap, Camel chocolates, Camel dates. Okay. So, yes, so it's 173 days. How many months is that? So if 1 month is 30, 60, 90, so 6 months. 6 months of entertainment, 75 specials. Tickets go on sale on April 20th. April 2020. Show starts October 2020. The rates are 120 for an adult, 260 dirhams for 3 days pass. If your kid is age 6 to 17, 60 dirhams, and free for kids under 5 years. I'm pretty sure many people would like to get in for free. Like, for example, me, whenever there was any event, I used to always get free tickets or I used to work there, so I used to get in for free. I love getting in for free. So you have this guy, Sanjay Khosla, nice name, Indian name. They always get the Indians to do the sales work. So Deputy Chief of Sales and Marketing, Deputy Chief. Oh, okay. He said, with less than 550 days to go before the biggest event held in the Arab region, excitement is building up fast. I don't know if anyone's excited. People are worried about their jobs. But anyway, since he's in sales and marketing, he'd say, excitement is building up. Ooh, the orgasm. Okay. And what he says is, live performance from world-famous stars, comedy greats, cultural experience, poetry, fashion shows, world's top academicians, build your own robot workshops, 3D printing technology, interactive underwater walk under the stimulation of Terra exhibition. And I'm sure they'll have something on Mars, the moon, and the universe. Okay, so everyone's excited. He has to sell the tickets. So everyone's excited. I would say that nothing bad here. It's good. People will get an experience of a lifetime to going to the expo. It'll be more like a circus show. But I'm pretty sure, one thing I can assure you is lots of social media news will go out. People will actually come to know, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Is it worth the money? Is it not worth the money? But I'm pretty sure of one thing. It's not going to be cheap. It's going to be pretty expensive. And if there's going to be any fucking mistake, trust me, everyone's going to talk about it. And yours truly is going to be here. So please keep me updated. The good and the bad. Not just the bad. Give me the good side also. Give me some nice photographs, which I will love to share with all of you. Okay, next one is Etihad changes its economy class. Now, why is this important for Etihad? Because Etihad is trying to survive. It has had, I don't know, 4 or 5 billion loss. I don't know how many billions. I'm very bad at numbers. So it has billions of dollars of loss. So you got this new CEO that came up and he said, I'm going to change everything for Etihad. So what did he change? He changed the economy class experience. And what did he do? He decided, instead of having this nice little TV where you can see unlimited movies, 300 movies or whatever, from now it's going to be the Boyd experience, BYOD. So what is BYOD? Bring your own device. So bring your own smartphone or bring your own iPad or tablet. We'll give you a nice, it seems a new seat is there where you'll have an adjustable phone and tablet holder. You can put it there and you'll be able to stream on your own device. It seems the Panasonic Avionics EXW system. They always have the strange XWZ factor, you know, E-box stream. Wow, all the, you know, sounds cool. Okay. And you will also get a USB charging port. Wow. At least you get no need to take your power bank. Now, power banks are dangerous. Okay, anyway. And apart from that, guess what? Apart from that, you have new blankets. Wow, blankets. Yes, when I'm traveling, I want a blanket, pillow, headrest and cover. And they're also going to give you buy on board experience, which other words means, I want your money. This is the menu. Please spend, buy something. So they'll have, it seems, more food menus so you can choose, you know, for those of you who are going in the aircraft to eat food. So if you're like me, stingy, you'll eat full food and then go up. And I think I don't mind spending a little bit. Okay, anyway. Apart from that, it seems that the meal, they're going to do away with the trays and the cutlery. They're going to have, why they're doing this is so that you'll have less plates. The plate is going to be smaller, so portion size smaller. So that'll help reduce wastage. It'll help reduce weight, which reduces fuel cost, which reduces plastic, which reduces overall cost. So it seems Qantas was the first to do this. Saudia followed next. Delta Airlines is also following. If you notice the pattern, these are all three are airlines which are nearly going bankrupt. So Etihad is going to do. What's my opinion on this? This is just going to be a short-term relief. You need to focus on sales. You need to focus on getting more customers. And that's where you're failing. And doing all this will give you temporary relief 1-2 years, which the CEO normally does so that he can get his job. After which, when he knows it's sinking even further, he'll just escape, run away, and the airline will shut down. That's what I believe. If you think differently, let me know in the comment section below. Then in UAE media, you have UAE Sales. UAE in UAE media says that UAE is the most stable nation. Well, it's like Loy Machedo says in Loy Machedo's news that Loy Machedo is a great guy. I don't know why it doesn't sound very convincing. And the next piece of news says, UAE says in UAE media that UAE is the best performing nation, most stable nation. And then UAE says that UAE's enemy, Qatar, is the worst performing nation. And that news is in UAE media. Okay. I don't know if you believe them. So, Loy Machedo says in Loy Machedo's media that Loy Machedo is the best. And Loy Machedo in Loy Machedo's newspaper says Loy Machedo's enemies are the worst. I believe you. It's like when you go and ask a Muslim, which is the true religion in the world? I don't think there's any Muslim on this planet who says, you know, Jews or Hindus, it's a true religion. Their God is real. Or you go to a Hindu and ask him, Which God is real? Allah is real. Muslims, are they real? I've never met a Hindu who said, yes, Allah is the true God. Prophet Muhammad is the real prophet. I've never met a Hindu who said that. I've never met a Christian who said, you know, Lord Zeus, Amun-Ra, Thor, not Jesus, is the real God. So in the same way, UAE will say UAE is the best. Qatar will say Qatar is the best. And UAE will say Qatar is bad, and Qatar will say UAE is bad. Okay, so whatever. However, Jazeera is slightly more reliable than UAE. Doesn't have any news outlet. Anyway, that's another thing. Okay. So apart from the worst countries, it seems Ukraine, France, Russia, Iran. Oh, Iran also is there. Is one of the worst markets. Along with Qatar, Iran, Pakistan, and Turkey. None of the countries which they like are performing well, it looks like. Okay. Then you have in UAE news from UAE media, which says that UAE's market for rentals is improving. Another positive news. And there you have this great company, Allsop. Allsop, it looks like enough and more of soap. Allsop and Allsop, so twice Allsop, said buyer registration in the first quarter of 2019 is up by 20% after seeing an 80% increase, while tenant registration has jumped by 55% and rental transaction by 75%. Wow, how do they get these numbers? It's like, instead of Allsop and Allsop, why don't you put Machedo and Machedo said buyer registration in the first quarter of 2019 was up by 18.763%, with a jump of 19.25%, while tenant registration was 54.238%, and rental transaction is 98.67.3 divided by 100 raised to the power of 400 into 12%. Sounds very believable. Numbers are original. And if you ask me from where did I get it? Oh, it's from my marketing survey team. So I believe you. I believe you. Okay, next one. Then I'm pretty sure you always have my critics who say, Loy, stop being negative about Dubai. Why? I'll give you proof. Warren Buffett, not Buffett means eating food. Warren Buffett, the great, what is that of Omaha? Something, the Oracle of Omaha. Okay. He endorses the UAE market. So if you get a Malayali, I'm half Malayali, he would say, Loy, Warren Buffett is praising Dubai. Why? Berkshire Hathaway Home Service Gulf Properties. What a small name. Berkshire Hathaway Home Service Gulf Properties will be selling properties valued at 3 million and higher. And it seems the CEO, Mr. Phil Sheridan, has said Dubai is going to be the fourth overseas market where they're going to open, and it's going to be big potential. Okay, 16,000 overseas buyers were there in Dubai, and they purchased stuff from January to June for $10 billion. That's who we are targeting. So all of a sudden, everyone's like telling me, Loy, if Warren Buffett, he says Dubai is great. Who the hell are you, cockroach? Loy, you cockroach. Okay. Yes, Warren Buffett is God. Instead of God, any God. Warren Buffett. Okay. Okay. So Warren Buffett is God. He's never made any mistake. However, my problem is I do a little bit of research. See, now Warren Buffett was right about Coca-Cola. He was right about the dot-com bubble. He was right about derivatives. He was right about the housing meltdown. And he was right about cryptocurrency in Bitcoin. Even I was right about it. I was right about dot-com, that I was hardly, a teenager, so I didn't know much about it. But derivatives, housing meltdown, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, even I predicted. So I'm maybe little good as Warren Buffett, even though I'm not investing. However, Warren Buffett, even if you call him God, and he knows every everything. He's omnipresent and omni-knowledgeable, even if that is a word. What are some of the mistakes he made? He purchased Wambeck Textile Mill Company. He purchased that and the mill shut down. He invested in Tesco, which went into $444 million loss. He purchased Dexter Shoes Company, where he used the shares to buy 433 million worth of shares. Later on, he found out that 433 million that he purchased, that he used the shares to buy that, he actually spent $5.7 billion of his shares to purchase 433 million. Energy Future Holdings, he took a debt from them and he suffered a 873 million loss. He refused to buy Dallas Fort NBC station in 1972 for 35 million. Instead, it's going to go to the dogs. In 2006, it was worth 800 million. In 1988, he purchased General Reinsurance and there he got hit with $800 million loss. He purchased 85 million in ConocoPhillips. I hope I got that. ConocoPhillips? Yeah. For 7 billion. Later on, what he purchased for 7 billion is actually worth 4.4 billion. So he lost 3.4 billion there. In 1989, he purchased 358 million of US Airways. The shares never appreciated. And he went in a berserk fashion to sell it off. Luckily, he got his money back. And the biggest prediction of the great Warren Buffett, he predicted the biggest failures would be two companies which you should not invest. Their names were Amazon.com and Google.com. So, what I'm trying to tell you is, Mr. Warren Buffett has had losses of millions and billions. Only thing, he's lucky. He's more lucky than normal people, okay? Because of Coca-Cola and whatever he invested in. So, if you still want to believe Warren Buffett, let me ask you simple question with my uneducated Malayalam personality, okay? South Indian, I'm South Indian. Does Warren Buffett know about Dubai? You'll say, yes, of course he knows. So he knows the Arab Muslim culture. He knows Arab locals. I've stayed there 40 years. He knows more than me. He knows more than you who's working in UAE. He knows more than those people being in USA. It's like me sitting here. I know everything about Uganda. Why? Because I read it in the paper. Or does a person who lives in Uganda, who runs a business in Uganda, know more than me? It's like me reading about pregnancy, how to give birth to a baby, and telling a woman with 5 children, I know exactly what it feels. Or, like, you have this Christian priests who give advice on love your wife, take care of her, satisfy her. What the fuck do you know, priest? Have you put your ting-ting in any pom-pom? No. Then, so, when you don't have any experience of the market, when you have not stayed there, when you don't know the culture, when you don't... In fact, I doubt Mr. Warren Buffett has even worked with an Arab local. I'm pretty sure he has not had Arab local staff work with him. When they say, sorry, Mr. Warren Buffett, I have to go pray 5 times a day. Okay, I have to go to pray, to mosque, 15-20 minutes for wash everything and pray 5 times. I'm local. You think anytime any Warren Buffett has had, I'm local. Anyone told him that? So, we'll see. I'm here, you're here. Let's see how far Warren Buffett is right about UAE. One thing is sure, UAE markets will climb up. That I put the link below. Warren Buffett will make some leads early on, will make some money. However, I can assure you one thing, that after the 3 years or 5 years, Expo 2020, things are going to go up. Because right now the market is rock bottom. It will climb up. However, after that, it's going to go flatline. Remember Trump Ice, the water that was bottled? I was there in Dubai when they just launched, vanished. There's so many brands that have just vanished in UAE. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm here. You're here. My gut feeling, this is my prediction. You can give me yours in the comment section below. Warren Buffett's company will buy properties which are rock bottom priced because right now they're down. They will climb up with the Expo 2020. They will make money on that. 3 million, they'll sell for 5 million. So obviously money will come rolling in. However, after the third year, Expo 2020 is over, 2021, then we will watch. Then we will have the fun. Because Iran, Russia, China, they have a score to settle. Qatar also has a score to settle. So let us see how far these work. But anyway, let me know your comments. And also let me know about the mistakes that Warren Buffett made. Let me know what you think about those mistakes. Next one, Samsung. Samsung has been advertising jobs. I'll put the link below, which I found really surprising because they're not advertising like work in Dubai. They're asking, are you willing to move to India? So that to me was pretty shocking and surprising. And if you think that UAE's market is booming, this was put up in LinkedIn. It's Amina Abdullah, a recruitment consultant and talent acquisition lead. I got this from someone. What she says is, I know so many friends, ex-colleagues and acquaintances who have left and is leaving UAE due to unemployment. Sad stories of how people are still struggling, trying, barely living, and who are in debts and hoping they can get back their life. I personally was looking forward to Expo 2020. I thought the closer it is, the more jobs and opportunities will be available. But the opposite is happening. For active job seekers, I'm sure you will agree with me that the salaries are lowered almost 50 to 80%. HR managers, finance managers are offered a salary at entry levels. And I can understand companies are trying to sustain. I'm not an economist or a business wizard. Is this supposed to happen? Will it pick up later? No one talks about this openly. I hope someone can shed light to give people who made this country a home to have some hope. So this is not me. This is someone else. So let me know your thoughts about this. And if you thought Dubai had big money like you say, Dubai's Al Noor, which is a 38-year-old, nearly 40-year-old center, which is non-profit, taking care of children who are of special needs, it's calling lack of funds. So if Dubai has all these rich people, why can't you help a training center? That's a big question. And if Dubai is doing well, my next question here is JW Marriott, which is a landmark. It shut down its operations, and UAB, that is United Arab Bank, terminates 150 staff, which they claim is just entry-level, excess staff. And the bullshit that they give here is, well, letting go of talent was never an easy decision. Letting go of talent, a lot of talent. Then you have Emaar in China. So it seems there's so many projects in UAE. Now you have to go to China. If you had so many projects in UAE, why the hell do you have to go to China? That's my big question. But it seems Dubai's Emaar is focused on Chinese cities. In fact, I happen to hear that there are Chinese ghost towns where you construct, nobody's staying there. So Emaar has signed a MOU with ICBC Dubai, DIFC branch, and Emirates NBD to explore a tri-party collaboration. So still now nothing has started, so it's all positive news. And they're going to have in many cities like Hainan, Jiangsu, Chongqing, Guangdong, Beijing, Shanghai. So they're going to have, the Second Belt and Road Bankers Roundtable. They're going to have all big properties. But let me tell you one thing. China is a major superpower, not like UAE, a small little country. China is big. Both its population and the money that it has is unbelievable. One thing is, if UAE takes up a project and it executes the way it has executed in UAE, it's going to get fucked. Because you don't fuck around with a country that is as big. And I'll tell you something, even though Chinese products are cheap, they are fast moving towards being at par with global international standards. I have a lot of Chinese products and I can tell you they're very durable. So if UAE's Emaar thinks it can bring cheapest products over there, they'll get booted out. Well, apart from that, some of the gimmick news, UAE gets a AI news anchor. So they get this digital, is in Chinese. Obviously, it's a Chinese company, Songwu Inc., a Chinese internet industry company. They have this digital version where he gives the news. I don't know what are you going to do with it. What's the big deal about it? So anyway, they decided to have it. Happy for you. UAE Sales, sale. If you have extra money, please, it's time to buy. I don't know, from last 4 months, this is the 4th or 5th time that they're giving everything for 90% off. It looks like there's so much of stock that they keep giving these sales of 90% off. So what I suggest is don't buy anything at full price. Wait until clearance sale come and then waste all your money, because that's what they want. They want you to take products which are not selling, waste your money and buy it. I don't know if they give you warranty. I don't know if they take refunds. I don't know if your product doesn't work, what do you do with it? Anyway, if you have extra money, go ahead and blow it. And global event, UFC is coming to UAE on 7th September. For those of you who are fighters, this is a great opportunity. And UAE is also issuing a nice little warning. Apart from that, if you're on a 6 months visa, please be careful if you are seeking a job, because if you overstay, you will be paid fine. So Dubai is a very fine country. And apart from that, if you employ anyone on a visit visa, it seems you will be jailed. The company will have a big fine. Here's the stupid thing. Almost everyone hunts for a job when they are on a visit visa. So what are you going to catch? Everybody? Stop everyone from coming and you're going to find all the companies? That's bullshit. Which sometimes I just feel, why are you saying something that you cannot do? Here they have 50,000 fine for employing a person on a visit visa. Get real, because in my 40 years of being in UAE, I was always employed on a visit visa. I was never employed on a residence visa. So everyone comes to UAE on a visit visa. That's how they hunt for a job. So this is bullshit news. Oh, guess what? You know why? Some people ask me, why do you think UAE is never going to succeed, or none of the Arab countries? Well, news like this. It seems 1 in every 3 youth. So out of 3 people, 1 youth. So if you have 9 million, so let's say you have 9 million. So out of that, 3 million. 3 million believe that the government should pay off their loans. So I take a credit card, I take a loan, I take an auto loan, I take a mortgage. My loan, the government should pay. And I should enjoy my life. So this is what today's youth in UAE believe. Apart from that, they also believe they should get very high salaries, like the starting salary of a college student with no experience, only theory. They expect to be paid 10,000 or 15,000 US dollars, 5 days a week, exactly sharp, 8 hours work with 1 hour break in between, and 5 times they can pray. This is what today's youth in the Middle East believe. So I really wonder, why is the economy not growing? Okay, apart from that, in some of the funny bit news, you have a UAE woman who seeks divorce. And what was the crime that was committed? The serious crime. Did he pour acid on her face? Did he beat her up? Did he break her arm? Did he ill-treat her? Did he, rape her? What did he do? Well, he committed a crime that was even more serious. He didn't allow her to play the PUBG game, PUBG. He didn't allow her to play this game. So the woman wants equal rights, feminism, feminism, yes. So she wanted to divorce him because you don't allow me to play my online game. I wonder why people get married. It seems the Captain Hosani of Ajman police said, this is nothing new. It seems a mother of a 13-year-old boy came to and said, please arrest my son. He's not eating. He's not doing schoolwork. When the family tried to block the game, he isolated himself and he's put in the hospital. So, today's generation of girls and guys. And UAE being the year of tolerance, it has arrested a Dubai businessman who insulted Islam. Well, UAE is a tolerant country. However, if you insult anything that is religious, you can be jailed. And apart from that, I also found this nice little video of a maid running away from her employer. Found this video online on YouTube. It seems Arab Urdu News. I asked one of the guys who sent me this, what is the video about? It seems this lady is running away from her employer because she has only 5 dirhams in her pocket and the employer was chasing her. Apart from that, guys, if you have a car, remember there are new regulations for car registration and violations. And if you just leave your car and it has to be towed away, there also you'll have to pay extra money and you'll have to pay extras. So, and Sheikh Mohammed apparently said that UAE youth, the youth in UAE, they prefer UAE over Canada and US. It doesn't take a genius to wonder why. Do you know why the Arab youth prefer UAE, the UAE youth of UAE? Because that is the only country where they get $10,000 to $15,000 starting salary. That's the only country where they get treated like local. I'm local. You think the UAE youth can go to Canada and USA and say, I'm local. I will finish you. Okay? What you do? I'm local. You think they can go to US and fucking local? They'll put a bamboo up their ass. And if they go to Canada and US, these very same locals who get $10,000 salary, they'll be flipping burgers in McDonald's. So just imagine, have you ever seen a UAE local flipping burgers or doing plumbing work? Have you ever seen an Arab local? No. But a Range Rover, oh, he'll put his one leg up. I'm local. That only in UAE they can do. When they go abroad, they become like chua, like mouse. Quiet. Okay. A reader, he sent me this message on my phone. I cannot show you the phone, but I can tell you this much. He has shared with me with evidence on my phone. This is my phone of a company that actually does fake packaging in the Middle East. It's one of the largest. I was really shocked. I was absolutely shocked that this company, which is so big, it's one of the biggest. It's run by an Indian. It's one of the biggest. And it seems this big company is actually doing the pirated packing of all the products like Apple and everything else. So, like I told you, unless I have evidence and it's put on the news, I don't want to share it. Another reader has also shared with me quite a number of photographs of empty shops, lack of businesses, and hardly any people there. And he shared me plenty of photographs, which I'll be sharing with you, so you can have a look and give me your thoughts that these shops are not doing well. Okay. Apart from that, I also got this lady who sent me this message on WhatsApp. I'll read it out to you exactly the way that she is put. She said, good evening, Loy. I am censored from Dubai. What you have spoken on Indian High School about the CEO is 1000% right. Like I told you, I'm reading her message. Okay. I could not find the comment on YouTube. So please tell me, where do I comment on YouTube? The man, the so-called CEO, I will not give his name. My kids go to the same school. The school has become worst. No proper grammar thought. Canteen is the worst oily stuff sold in the canteen. The CEO is only thinking how to make his next buck. So no time to concentrate on school. As I mentioned about Intel iPad, which the kids were forced to buy. From last 2 years, the iPad is lying in the house. Only when KHDA is checking, which is a pre-planned, KHDA is the authority that certifies the school. Only when they come, they make all this drama and fake. Everyone's supposed to give fake. Everyone's acting like the kids have to show, oh, yes, yes, yes. And, the smart kids are kept in the front. The dumb kids are told, stay at home. So only when the KHDA is checking, then the iPad is taken to school. This year, 2019, they overpriced the books 10 times more. My daughter, who studies in grade censored, bought textbooks from outside the school, only 105 dirhams, but the school is selling them for 950 dirhams. Grade 8 textbooks, 400 dirhams, the school is selling for 1,210. The CEO should be pulled out of school and jailed for what he's doing. Why the government is not doing anything? Sushma Swaraj is not doing anything. The CEO should be brought into public and ripped off. They're so angry with his behavior. Then she says, I was running a Dubai. In 2016, I approached the school to run my classes in the school. After 6 months of sending the mail, the last conversation I had was an appointment to meet the CEO. After meeting with the CEO, I received a mail saying that I need to keep 50,000 dirhams non-refundable deposit every year. My husband agreed for this. We wrote back to the school saying if they give a commitment of at least 200 to 300 students to run the classes, they refused a commitment, but they wanted us to keep the deposit, which she thought was a scam by the CEO. Later on, she has put some more information there, which I don't think I just want to share it. Anyway, so this was sent to me. Like I said, I can't verify whether it's true or false. It was sent to me and I read it out to you. So, you decide whether it's true or false. Like I said, I'm not going to give any names. No identity. Next one is this video, which has been going on both on Facebook, as well as WhatsApp, as well as YouTube, as well as the newspaper. It shows a woman driving with a guy on top of the bonnet in Dubai. I was really surprised about this video putting the rounds because it normally is not allowed to click a video. But then I was not surprised when it seems the man has been arrested for recording a video of the valet. So like I told you, anything that you share on social media, well, you'll be arrested and jailed. I don't know why this guy had to show his identity, but now he's arrested for this. Apart from that, that's last if not the least, I got this guy from Karapuram United, another freeloader who says, trying to find a job in Dubai for the last 5 months. Can you help me? So I said, I'm trying to make money in Thailand for 5 months. Can you help me? So then I got this Thanos in performing Hajj. And I also got one Arab guy who's dressed up as Thanos in one of the, I think, con events, Comic-Con events. So if you have that, please let me know. Couple of comments that I got in YouTube. Reza Ali says, what's the difference between between an Arab and a bucket of shit? What's the difference between an Arab and a bucket of shit? The answer is the bucket. Next one is Gianos says, dude, you have something on your face. My response to him is, dude, you have something up your ass. So that was it. This is what people have shared with me. This is what I shared with you. So, like I told you, please do put your comments down below. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, put a thumbs down. Put your comments. I don't censor any one of them. And like I always say, it's always good to hear from you. Please do support the channel if you wish. Like and subscribe if you want to. And this is me signing off for now. Take care, guys. And I wish you all the best. Do send me your stuff. It'll be kept confidential. Whatever information, my details are put down below. Take care.